I'm not dead. Welcome to Woodbury.
That's a nice weapon you got there, Mom. So welcome back, everyone. We're going to be watching more of The Walking Dead today.
That's right.
Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
Mom's ready to survive out in the
That's right.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's right, Mama Merle.
We were introduced to Woodbury.
Oh,
My gosh.
wow.
And the governor?
Too good to be true,
Yeah,
right?
that's for sure.
Yeah. We really wanted a fish tank in the back. We
Yeah.
wanted to get creative for this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we wanted to and put a head in there, but we just couldn't.
Oh, that's... God.
Last time we were joking because, Mom, you were not trusting Woodbury, and Kim was more like Andrea, where she kind of did trust
Yes, and Mom was more like Michonne.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
I
yeah.
did not trust him. It was too good to be true.
I mean, it looked really nice
Looked like
there.
maybe-
Sure.
All perfect.
That's right.
I got a little red flag when they were growing corn, only like four things of corn in the middle of the road, when they just had like four things of corn. It's like, when you're going to do corn, you got to do it right, especially for this large community, you know.
Yeah.
You got
Yes,
70
yeah.
people or something like that. I'm like, that looks a little fishy. Maybe it was just for decoration.
I didn't really remember
but-
that. I don't know why.
Like, they had like
Yeah.
little garden, you know.
I saw
Oh, the
that.
little
They had like
sections or
rising
something,
gardens,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, but that's not-
rising beds, and they had like just a row of corn. I'm like,
Maybe that's a section. I know it's like this is all you get. This is all we can do here.
That's really not.
Oh my
Yeah, it could be
gosh,
just
yeah.
for a family, but
I mean,
too good to be
Woodbury.
true.
It seems like a lot of people are happy there, and they don't possibly know what's
Yeah.
going on outside the
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, and then when you lie to the people and you're giving them supplies, you're providing them with a roof over their head, they're safe, they have medical care, they have everything they want. You just have to make it look good. You're going to have, a productive society.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here the governor, he's, telling them false stories to
Oh,
make
sure.
them sound heroic, and he's also instilling fear into them, saying, like, they didn't have our walls, so the biters got them. Like, they didn't have the provisions we
That's
have
right,
here.
and they were the National Guard. Can you
Yes.
believe
So
that?
really to scare them to be like, oh, we have to stay here. We have no choice.
That's
This
right.
is the safest place to be.
And we saw the National Guardsman that did make it, and he was in Woodbury. He's in the fish tank too.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
in a
my
freaking
gosh.
fish tank. That's cool.
Wow,
And
yes.
because they didn't, I don't know why they got rid of him, unless he did die and they had to kill him. But he was doing fine. He was talking to him. He was giving him information. And, I don't know why they would kill him. I think he would buy the idea that, walkers got to them. And they couldn't save, his squad. But
I know, to actually go through all that trouble to keep him alive
That's
just to
right,
possibly kill him, it's like, what's the purpose?
yeah, well, they got a lot of...
yeah.
what-
Yeah,
and-
ammunition and everything.
Yeah,
else,
they got a
and
lot of
equipment,
supplies for
yeah.
that little piece of information.
Yep. And
And
they
I'm
killed
s-
off everyone else, so...
They might as well kill him off.
And
then,
that would
too.
have been
That's
so
just
nice to have. I mean, how great would it be to have the National Guard with you
Yeah.
to help you?
So why kill them?
Right.
I don't know.
Why? Again, I live in a
Doing,
movie.
like
evil.
little is Milton his I don't know,
He's evil.
his scientist or something doing, I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea
that's-
what's going on. It's very
Shall we
mysterious.
find out more?
Oh, boy. Yes, let's do it.
And we're watching on Netflix today. 304.
He's feeding him. What, for entertainment? Who's doing that? He's in the jail. Why is he opening it? Oh, to get him out. A heart. Why does anyone do anything?
Park him in the west entry of the yard.
Nice pickup they got now, huh?
Good. Our vehicle camped out there looked like a giant vacancy. Glenn! Maggie! You coming?
I already did.
Give me a hand.
What?
Uh-oh.
That's close enough.
Well, they had the jumps. Someone had the
We had an
jumpers on
agreement.
with the deer.
Please, mister, we know that.
The fence is down the far side of the prison. Every time we drag a body out, those things just line up.
Our deal is non-negotiable.
You know how many friends' corpses we had to drag out this week? Just threw him out like we've paid our due. Enough that we would rather hit that road than to go back into that shithole.
Yeah.
You want to go back to sleeping with one eye open?
I never stop. Bring them into the fold. Those two might actually have less blood on their hands than we do.
I get guys like this. Hell, I grew up with them. We've been through too much. Our deal with them stands.
It's a hard decision, but
She has a fun walk too.
Yes, she does,
Her and
yes,
May
she
should
does,
walk next
yeah.
to each other.
yes.
That's right. Oh yeah, she's figuring it out.
She knows there was a fight.
Seem like you're holding your own. Even the National Guard was overrun. Lots of bullet holes.
Mm-hmm.
You think biters figured out how to use weapons?
She's got your number.
Slow walk away.
I just hope he doesn't try to do something to her.
It might not last a week.
It's their choice.
Did they really have one?
I'm pretty handy with a wrench. Heads are leaking. I know my bikes.
Wink, wink.
Right.
Oh, they got crutches.
Can't stand looking up at that bottom of that bunk any longer.
Oh, yes, he does it.
That's a good start. Wanna take a rest?
Rest.
Maybe we find a boat. Best thing we can do is find an island.
Because your gut tells you there's something off about this place.
It's kept us alive this long.
It's worth a one-time risk to get rid of the bodies for good. I don't want to be planting crops in walker-rotted soil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing we need is you falling.
Laura's belly button's popped out.
Yeah. Remember those days.
She's ready.
Oh, man, can't we just have one good day?
I know. Holy smoke!
Behind you. We're away.
And Herschel can't get out of there that quick.
Gosh. Oh.
What about Hirsch? Come on, Hershey.
Oh. Wait. Oh, wow. Good for him. Oh, God.
Oh, good, Carol. No way! I'm sorry.
Hey, bro, what about us?
Stand for yourself. Oh, no, they got him. No, come on.
Oh, yeah, you were right off Route 9 right before it becomes the Lanaka Highway.
You called me a whore and a rug muncher.
Got away with words, don't I?
Yeah.
Ain't that a big old pig sack? We got something in common, Blondie.
So the governor's a good man?
I wasn't in the best shape when he found me. He should have just kept on going.
Oh, my God.
Someone took an axe or cutters to him.
Uh-oh. One of those two. Nope.
There's a set of double doors that'll lead to a corridor.
They could be anywhere, guys.
That's right. You got.
Oh, of course, she's gonna
naturally.
get in trouble.
I think the baby's coming.
Oh, no! Look at all the walkers! Oh, brave little boy. It could be just like Braxton Hicks because she's excited.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Pretty good.
You know, I was thinking of taking Tim and Martinez out on a scouting mission later on this week. He said my brother was still alive. If he's out there, I'll be able to find him. I get what you're feeling, I really do, but I can't risk it. I need you here. You get more concrete information, I'll go with you myself.
Oh, yeah.
All right? There were 4 in here, but no sign of Lori or any of them.
He must have been pushed back
He's
in the
really worried about her. He should be.
Yeah, he is.
There, you're gonna need to give birth to this baby here.
Girl's like, what?
What are you doing? Did you breathe? We're gonna examine you, see if you're dilated. You know how? Dad told me, but trust me, it's my first time.
What's wrong?
What is he doing? He's sacrificing himself like completely. Oh!
Where you plan to go?
The coast? Sean thinks it'll be safer. Oh, I haven't had hard liquor in a while. My tolerance is probably close to no.
Lucky you. What about you? Think you'll find what you're looking for?
I'm sorry?
You still got family out there? Lost my wife. Car accident 18 months before all this.
5 minutes later.
Worked 50 hours a week, get married, buy a house. That was survival for many not long ago.
I better go. But I appreciate the drink.
You're always welcome here.
That's very kind.
Just don't go behind that wall.
That's weird.
Oh, you son of a gun! So it was a different cell guy.
It wasn't, no.
No!
Oh, God.
Everything's going to hell. I don't like it.
No. Oh, watch it.
Ooh, who was that? Oh, good. Thank you.
What you waiting for? Do it! It's our house! Shoot him!
No.
Gonna shoot him. Good. I had a feeling he was gonna do that.
Mom.
No, she doesn't look good.
Mom, look at me. Look at me. Keep your eyes open.
You've got to cut me open. No. I can't. Please.
This is really brave of her.
You see my old C-section scar? I can't. You take care of your daddy for me, all right? And your little brother or sister, you take care of them.
We'll have to do this.
Oh, my God.
You're gonna be fine. You promise me you'll always do what's right. It's so easy to do the wrong thing in this world. You're so good. Okay now. It's all right.
Oh. God. Don't hurt her, honey.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the baby out. She's my mom.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's so sad.
I'm gonna die. Mom. There's no way you can ever be ready for it.
And if the baby cries.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Oh, he shot his mother.
Ew, he's having lunch with his wife.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
We're going back. Daryl and Glenn, you go with me.
Oh, poor kid.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, boy.
Quiet credits. It's a lot to take in.
Wow.
So it's very obvious, but
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so sad.
so sad.
You know, I didn't think the cell guys, I didn't think they would do that to our group,
Yeah, I didn't think
you
so
know, and
either.
try to flesh them out.
Oh,
Knew it had to be somebody else. I kind of knew it was a cell guy because he had to jump around, but that
Oh,
just so
jeez.
sad that all that mayhem caused, you know, 3 lives, his own life and our, you know, T-Dog. I just can't believe well, I can believe it because he's just such a brave guy. And he's such
Yes,
a
yeah.
good person. He's like Daryl, you know, he would do
He is,
anything
yeah,
for any one of
definitely.
them. He even wanted to bring in the other guys, you
Yeah,
know.
the other 2 guys, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his death, I mean, how honorable is that? Because he's like, I'm in God's hands, he'll take care of me, and he knew he was a goner, and to try to save Carol and shove, and he was already going to die, but what a way to die. Like, he was getting eaten alive.
Eaten alive and on his neck, and she's just watching it, and you know, she fled. I'm sure she's fine. I want to believe that she's fine.
Yes.
I mean, we can't lose her too.
Isn't that crazy? Just how scary this episode was. How things just hit the fan so fast.
Sure, so much.
And just one guy. I mean, he knew the place. He knew what to do, and just because he was pissed off, you know, he wanted to take his building back. He didn't want them in there.
Yeah, and to be able to do something like that, like the whole prison was overrun with walkers, and the whole group, you know, they can't even handle it. Like, it was really hard to take out so many. They lost people, and then this crazy guy is just so full of hate that he's like, you know, sabotaging everything, and it's like, do you think you can even take this place back at this point? Like, he's
exactly.
just stupid
With
and
only the
hateful.
other two guys, now there's only 3 of you. Are you really going? You just had all these walkers come in and infiltrate. Now, how are you going to get them out? You're going to die from these things.
Yeah, and the main group, have experienced a lot out in the real world, you know? So if they can't handle it, what makes you think you're going to be able to take it over? He wasn't thinking at all. He didn't care.
No, it's hate. He just was driven by hate, and that was it.
Yeah.
He didn't care about anything.
I do like seeing the different people and outlooks on, it's true, like, you're going to debate that, because here you have these 2 inmates who seem real, like they want to be part of the group. They don't want to stay in that cell block that they were allowed to stay in, because good people that they did know, you know, are dead there. They burnt a lot of bodies, but there's still so many there. There's ghosts, I guess, you know, that, you know, you have different beliefs and things, and you're always reminded of the dead. And it is technically a secure place, you know, until it wasn't, but it was a secure place to be. But mentally, that's going to mess with you, and it's not going to be good for your well-being later on. So to hear these 2 people that you don't even know that were in prison, so you automatically judge that, even though our people, our main group, has been out in the world and have done who knows what. Like, we've seen a lot of things, but the months they were on the road that we didn't see, you know, what really makes you a bad person? I mean, yes, people in jail, they probably did really bad things, but some might have done like minor crimes or whatever. So it's interesting to see what would you choose, and it might not be a right decision, because they might be good people, they might not. You don't know.
That's for sure.
Exactly, and that's what T-Dog was saying. He's like, we probably did worse things than some of these guys in here. You know, and even Daryl said it. He goes, at any given day, I could have been in there, you know, instead of with you guys, you know.
But he even sided with Rick and stuff, and he's like, hell no, I wouldn't allow them into the group still, you know. So it's hard, but it is true. Like, we really like Daryl now up to this point, and you know, like, it makes you think, like, that's true. I mean, we don't know these guys, but they might be like a Daryl,
right?
That's true.
Or a Merle.
You just can't trust anyone on the outside. You just can't. And your group is getting smaller and smaller. We just lost 2 today.
Oh, that's all right.
And they're major players. They're major people.
Big time. And Herschel made it through epically.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I thought he was going to
everybody. I thought he would be the
good thing
first
for his
one.
crutches.
He is. One tough old goat.
Yeah, that was good. You know, he wanted to survive, and he just used that crutch and pushed that walker right down. And I mean, this was a very dangerous episode. It was very tragic because here it's like all these walls and heavy doors and cages or jails, you know, there's the bars, and you think you're safe, and you have everything cleaned out, and it just took one guy to screw up everything.
Sabotaged it.
Sure.
Yeah, the alarms and everything, like, split up our whole group, and it was so scary going through the different corridors and, you know, not being able to see anything, and just every turn that you make.
There was danger everywhere you looked. And when that one inmate was attacking Rick, and the other guy took the gun, and I knew right then and there he was going to get the inmate. He was going to shoot the inmate. There was no way he was going to take Rick, because Rick is, you know, a proven leader, and the guy truly wanted to be with the group. And he knows this guy is just completely off his rocker.
Yeah.
And had to take him down.
Yeah.
He really proven himself there too, you know,
Big
being like, all right, he
time.
just gives him
And
the
the
gun
other
back.
guy
He's like,
was
there you
so
go,
nice.
graduated.
The other guy was so nice. He was trying to offer to do a tune-up on
That's
Daryl's
right,
bike.
yes.
And that's sweet.
Yeah,
And
just like that.
now if they're in the group, maybe he can do it.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I know it might make him look weaker, but honestly, if I was in jail, I'd probably be like him in this world. Like, hey, I know this
I'd
trade,
offer
I can
any
help
kind
you
of-
out.
Yeah, any kind of talent.
That's right.
Everybody, you need everybody.
Sure.
Yeah, so.
Want to stay alive.
Yeah, and totally, I can get that. And it just sucks. Like, what's the right thing to do?
That's right.
Just let them hit the road. And like they're saying, it's probably a death sentence either way, like to do that. Or just make it part of the group and you're always going to have your eyes open, but
Right,
they
you
do
know,
anyways.
yeah, right. That's what T-Dog said.
It's
I
scary.
have I've
It's
never
really
stopped
scary.
having just one eye open.
Gosh.
And just going back and forth between the prison and then going to Woodbury, like, it was so crazy because we kept seeing such intense scenes at the jail. And then now we have these peaceful, nice scenes like, oh, you seem safe, you're in a house, and having drinks and food and having a
The
date
luxuries,
almost or something.
yes.
Like, it's all nice stuff. And then here it's like all chaos and death.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yes.
Right, and now the governor is sleeping with somebody else. I don't know where she was,
That's right,
but Andrea was there, and it looks like she was very interested in him.
Yeah.
And he might pursue it to keep her there.
Yeah, now she wants to stay a couple more days.
Yeah.
So,
To work on it, I'm sure.
And what about Merle asking the governor for permission to take a group to look for his brother? Like, what do you think?
I
the
think
governor's thinking?
I think the governor, once you're in there, you do not come out.
No, I don't
It's
think
like
so.
Hotel
Yeah.
California.
That's for sure.
You know, you
Yeah,
just
like
can't.
that.
You just can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
You stay in my fortress. I don't want anyone. I think he's afraid of anyone else finding out about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I
And
just
taking
don't trust
over.
her at all. No way.
Yeah, I mean, like, we know what he's about, but here,
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
Merle
okay.
does too, because he's like his right-hand man.
And
but-
Merle knows what he
Right-hand
does.
That's right. I think Merle.
No pun intended, really, but.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
he knows what he's about.
That's
He
for
knows
sure,
his
yeah.
secrets. You know, he's in his inner circle. So
He won't let,
I
he won't
don't-
let Merle leak.
yeah, and I think Merle kind of knew that when he said, "Oh, I'll go with you myself."
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't trust him, or he's gonna kill him.
Yeah, you're not going to leave.
You
I
know.
know there's a lot of questions there for sure.
Yeah, the governor doesn't trust him. He wants to make it very welcoming for everyone to come in, but you can't leave.
Yeah, that's right.
And Michonne is incredible for just like looking
knows.
at
Oh, I like her. I
the
like
Jeeps
her,
and
yeah.
stuff and trying
Yeah,
to see like
sure.
And it's very
investigate.
smart, like the National Guard. I mean, odds are the
yeah.
bullets wouldn't be. He could say that, and it might be. You know, they had some kind of rebel coming through, and rebels coming through, and having a gunfight or something. But she's like, walkers really don't shoot. Yeah, I mean,
So
she
that's why he
knew.
made the
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you.
And he tries to act cool about it. Like right from the start, I'd be
She
like,
knows.
oh,
That's right.
yeah, she knows too much or something. But
Yeah.
so going back to the
for her.
prison, I mean, did you think that Lori was gonna die?
I didn't think so. Well, you know what, though? When I saw Rick, when he saw Lori, he started really smiling at her and things when he saw her. And
In the
I
beginning.
said, ooh, yes. At the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't know if it
And I
was
thought
happy because of Herschel, but it looked like
that he was really...
there was like a little glimmer of maybe
Hope.
we can talk down the
But
road.
I
Yeah.
said, oh, boy. And then I thought, maybe something's going to happen, but I didn't think this.
No, I didn't think it was going to happen. I
I
didn't think
don't
she
think
was going to
this-
have a complication. She's a healthy, but it
Oh,
can happen
yeah.
anytime.
It can happen at any
And
time.
when you
and-
don't have, the right equipment,
Oh,
you can't get to
definitely
the
not.
right location. All the odds were against her. Everything
Mhm.
was a perfect
Yeah.
storm.
I know because Herschel was down and we were worried about
Carol
Herschel
was
for a while,
gone.
Right.
and Carol wasn't there. Yeah, so here Maggie, she knew a very little bit about it. Like, she didn't even know really anything.
That's right.
And to be able to do it, like, Maggie didn't want to do it, but of course Carl couldn't do it, but he had to help too.
That's right.
I mean, that would really mess with anyone. And Maggie's like a family member to Lori and vice versa. So to be able to cut open a family member, you have no choice. And even if Lori I think she was really brave, but even if she wasn't, and she was like, save me, not the baby would eat her out from the inside once it died, most likely, right? So I don't think she had a choice either way.
Right.
You know? I mean, if a baby dies inside you, what happens?
God.
Do you expel it? I mean, I don't know what happens there.
And
So
I feel so bad for Carl seeing his mother go through all
he actually
this.
had to put his
Then
hands
he had-
inside his mother.
But then he had to shoot her.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was really.
I couldn't take it. That was
Yeah,
too
that
much.
was all around just so freaking
Sad.
hard to
Oh,
take.
gosh.
T-Dog was epic. I missed him already.
Yeah.
it was
T-Dog and
oh,
Lori,
boy.
I think, had very heroic deaths.
Oh,
Because,
Lori,
That's right,
hands
yes.
down, was absolutely
Because she's even
so,
talking to
she
Carl.
was so brave.
That's right, yeah, she was
Give him
Telling
brave.
that,
Yes.
and those
Motivation.
words she's saying, she knows when she's talking to her son. Those are her last words she had, and he's going to remember those words.
That's right, definitely.
Just like he remembered his father's words about, I'm going to die, your mother's going to die, and it's going to happen, when you don't expect it, and, and he's going to remember those words. And she was very tender.
I mean, to be that focused, to say that, like, there was so much love in her words, and not exactly how she said it, but she's like, don't let this world corrupt you and stuff, do what's right and all that, don't let it take you over, and, she was trying to say the right things, and knowing that she was going to die in a moment, like, it's just crazy to go through all that and keep your cool as much as you can.
Right,
While it's happening.
and she's living that, what she's saying, she's doing. She's being as calm as she can, and she's doing the right thing. She's saving a baby,
Yes.
over her.
And that says a lot too, because even though she is a good mom and she's always loved Carl and the baby, being pregnant, like, she's always loved kids, right? But she always questioned it to Rick about maybe they should die, maybe Carl, we should just let him go because no one should live in this kind of world. But yet she wants the baby to live over herself. And then she gives Carl encouraging words to live on and be good. So that really shows you how much she learned along the way.
She's
and
changed
of course she
a
loves
lot
her kids.
during the course of this pregnancy, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I think that was a huge scene all around, but I think that was incredible for her to say that. And then T-Dog, I mean, that was so emotional too. I mean, how he tried to save Carol and pushing walkers against the wall and getting eaten alive.
It was brilliant, actually. It was a very good idea. Carol had no ammunition. I don't even know if T-Dog, he didn't have anything either, right? He was
At that moment, I don't think he did. Yeah, he usually goes for like crowbars and stuff anyways, He's always so good with like blunt stuff. Blunt weapons. Not blunt, but like, heavy weapons instead of like guns.
Right, because they're trying to save on ammo. And she's getting to be a better shot.
No,
I honestly forgot. Yeah, she is. And I honestly forgot how quick this episode happens in this season, because I'm like, wow, it's already here. I was like, holy crap. I thought we had a couple more episodes still to go. And I'm like, oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty,
That was a lot.
very tragic, pretty intense. And so just to ask, do you think Carol is alive?
I think she is.
Yeah, I think so too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Seemed pretty
I
dire.
mean, she doesn't have any ammo. She's by
right.
herself.
That's right, yeah.
But she can run like heck.
She can run like heck.
Oh,
Woo!
yes,
Yeah.
I hope so.
So we lost 2 major people. That was so sad.
That is,
sad.
it's
Very
terrible. It's absolutely
And
terrible.
poor Rick at the end too. He
Oh.
devastating.
Yeah.
Rick's, when he found out the news, oh my God.
He is amazing. Like, that whole scene there just really hit hard.
Yeah, it just rips you.
Just the different stages you could see of like him blinking a lot and kind of swaggering, like he's just like swaying, and he's just like, no. Like, here you have this strong leader, and like he just caves because it's a loved one, like it's his wife, and he just caves, like, and then he just like starts crying, like not like, I don't say like a baby, like he has every right to be like that, but you never see him like that, and it just destroyed me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, it just really makes you feel that moment even more, you know.
And I think when he was kind of like going to Carl, but not, he wasn't going to go to him and hug him or anything, but when he was like facing him, I think he knew that Carl shot her.
Yeah.
Carl took care of
Yeah.
it.
I mean, just to look at him like a lost kid, like he's looking at Carl
Oh,
going like,
yes.
no, no, no. Like he was just in a state of shock as well. And
Sure.
it's such a sad
That's very
scene.
sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very sad scene. Then him just falling to the ground and, you know,
That's horrible.
his actor's name is Andrew Lincoln, and you know he's just absolutely incredible. It's such a, I mean,
Yes, yes.
great acting all around in this show, but like he is just.
Oh, it was.
much,
It was
yeah.
hands down perfect.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
God.
And now they have a baby
Yes.
that they have to feed,
Mm-hmm.
love, feed, and
Milk,
you know,
like how are they going to
Milk
feed a
and
baby?
clothes.
Right.
So
Yes,
young.
that's
right.
right.
He's
Brand new.
lactating here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's someone lactating to a cow somewhere.
Yes, I-
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and they can't even have cow's milk for a year, right? So
Yeah,
what
they're
is
not
you know
supposed to,
they're gonna have to go to the store. I
Yeah.
don't know what they're gonna
That's
do.
right. What the, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
So I kept hearing you guys say that you hated this episode.
This was the
Yeah,
worst.
that's
It really was because of both and how they died. I mean, it was just a terrible. All I can say is a perfect storm for Lori because nobody was around for her that knew how to deliver a child, and you got walkers all around. They're in a mechanic's room. I mean, it was just a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But she did have Maggie. Thank God, Maggie
That's
was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And then can you imagine with just
And then
her and
Tito.
Carl by themselves? Like, what would happen
Wow,
there?
yeah.
Okay, honey, you got to cut me open. And,
Okay, do
you
it
know,
this way.
there's just so many things that, you know,
Yeah,
would
thank
go
God.
wrong, you
Yeah.
know, because, oh my God, your own mother completely alone. And, you know, so at least he didn't make the, you know, technically Maggie killed her because she bled out and I guess went into shock and like passed out. I don't think she died that quick.
No,
she
she
could have,
didn't
but
die,
No,
but
she didn't. She
it's probably
passed
some
out.
shock, you know,
Yeah.
bleeding out at that point anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just all awful.
Right.
But
Oh,
And
that's not
I'm.
good.
It sounds like with the shot soon thereafter, it sounds like he shot her before she turned, which is good.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't. I'm sure he didn't want to see his mom turn and then do
yeah.
that. I mean,
And
you
hopefully
wanna
she was still
remember her
passed
as
out or
she
dead
was.
at that point.
Yes,
you know?
like
Yeah.
she's just sleeping.
God, but to do
Oh,
that,
that's
like shoot her in the head, you know,
horrible.
it's just
Yeah.
insane.
Well, we thought when he shot Shane, when he did turn,
Yeah.
was
That's what it
sad,
was.
and that was terrible and devastating to him.
Yeah.
But, that it's not nothing, but now he has two people that he cared deeply about,
That he killed.
Yeah.
that he had to
Technically,
take
yeah.
them
Yes,
down.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
had to
for
do
sure.
it. So he's going to be a little harsher. He's going to be a little colder. He's going to be,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Distance, yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
man,
Yeah.
we're going to have to stay closer together and just really
Yeah, watch over
You
them.
know.
God.
keep an eye on him.
God, that's
So
horrible.
what do you think they're going to do now? I mean, they're at this prison that was overrun.
I don't know. They have
Mm-hmm.
to feed the baby. That's priority. So I'm sure there's something there that they can, find something in that cafeteria there.
And Herschel's alive, so he can probably tell.
Yeah,
the
big
doctor,
time.
So he can tell.
Yes.
More or less.
Herschel
next.
can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Woo!
Wow, it's too
You
much.
can't give her any.
Yeah, that was a big turning point, right?
It
like
was,
we keep having
and I
these
do feel
shocking
bad for
moments.
Lori. I mean, Lori had her faults. We all have our faults,
Yeah,
but
we're all human.
for a mother to just unconditionally,
Yeah.
give herself up for.
That was
to
so
make sure
selfless,
her
just to
son-
be cool
her-
about it. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't even know if she had a son or a daughter. Lori was, she was an
right, yeah.
amazing mom
Yeah, that's right.
to choose, her life, to choose her daughter's life
God
over
bless her,
hers
yeah.
or her son's life, and
Yeah.
let them live, let them see the beauty, and
Make beauty,
and
yes.
right, and have Carl be a big brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
He's gonna be a good big
He's
brother.
gonna be a protective brother.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
big brother. For sure.
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
hug your loved
so-
ones.
yes,
That's
oh,
You
right.
never know. And
That's right.
it was sad because Rick did have like a nice look in the beginning when
Yes, he
Herschel
did.
first came out on
Yeah.
his crutches, and
And
Rick
Lori's
and
okay.
Lori had an
Yeah.
exchange that seemed really nice.
Yes.
It seemed
He
like
even
not
nodded
bad.
or something,
Yeah.
right? So they've been through so much, and Lori really did mess up with Shane, afterwards, all
Yeah.
those discussions
That's
we
right,
already
yeah.
had. But and Rick feels betrayed by that. So when we recently saw Lori and Rick talking high up in the prison, holding onto the fence, and Rick just like kind of pats her shoulder,
right,
like
yeah.
you're part of the group, but we're done, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then this happens, not
And I noticed
so
this when
far.
he smiled and things like
Yeah.
that. Really different, yeah.
so this happens like, you know, pretty much right after,
Yeah.
and you know that's how you guys left it before she died. So it's just kind of sad there too.
It is.
Either way,
It's
it's just
sad.
It's
sad.
very
but-
sad. You
That's
just never
very
know,
sad.
especially in this world, what's
Oh,
going to happen
gosh,
next.
That's for sure.
And you can't
Makes
take
you
it
think.
for granted.
Ooh,
No one's
yeah,
safe, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
So we have to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
something happy after this now.
That's right.
So if you guys are watching
Oh,
on YouTube, I would
boy.
definitely check out our Patreon and the links below, because we were freaking out the whole entire time, right, during this
Yep.
episode.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot to take in. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're well, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye.
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 Subscribe.
Bye. And T-Dog.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye,
T-Dog.
T-Dog. Bye, Lori.
Bye, Lori.